Alright. Shalom, shalom. This is Israelite School UPK. Star out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Harlem, New York. It's like this is the ISUPK, star out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under the leadership of Commanding Journey Yohana. You understand? What we teach is so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible and according to archaeology. You know what I'm saying? We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Preaching Officer Mardakia, holding down the Brotherhood class, Spirit of the Most High, of course. We all know that brotherhood and sisterhood go hand in hand. You understand? We're going to be going into, once again, a couple articles today. You understand? I've been, receiving a lot of information, at my slavery pertaining to the Christian church. And this is something that I wanted to, of course, pull these articles and pull this information that was actually given to me from someone at my slavery pertaining to quote unquote Christian pastor, man. You understand? And this sister, you understand, she was, spilling all the details and all the all the juicy details pertaining to this. And this actually made news, you understand, out there in Spartanburg, South Carolina. You understand? Like, of course, if you have any questions, comments, please type those in, and we'll be able to get to those accordingly. Give me 1 second, slide, y'all. All right. So, of course, like I said, if y'all got any questions on or off topic, make sure you type those in, and we'll be able to get to those accordingly. You understand? We're going to get right into it. I'm going to pull up this article. And before I do, you understand, and this is why, it's so imperative that, we take this truth very serious, man. You understand? You don't have to be, like the quote unquote Christians, and you're not, you can't have a decent conversation with people, and all you want to talk about is the Bible, which of course they don't even know the Bible. And you understand? But they think that they want to be quote unquote holier than thou, and saying that they're this and saying that they're quote unquote blessed and highly favored, and they have flavor, and and they just have all these juicy good things that the Lord has done for me. God knows my heart. You understand? Of course, we know all of their sayings. You understand? Because a lot of us came out of that wicked, disgusting, deceiving Christian church, man. You understand? And of course, the Most High, chose us to be true warriors and true daughters of Zion, according to these scriptures. You understand? Because we truly love the Most High, man. You understand? And how do we do that? We show him by doing exactly what he says according to the Bible, by following his laws, statutes, and commandments. And the Christian church does not to do that whatsoever. You understand? The Christian church, they are lawless. You understand? The Christian church has no respect for the Most High, man. You understand? They don't have no respect whatsoever, man. You understand? Oh, yeah, and another thing we're going to be getting into as well, too. I'm not certain if everybody been, checking out the news. You understand? But they are, coming out with another mask mandate, man, because they are saying that the COVID-19 cases are rising once again, man. You understand? We said, don't be so lax days ago. You understand, with that COVID-19, man. And just like we saying, we've been, saying this for months upon months. You understand that another strand of the COVID-19 is coming. And guess what? It's here now, man. To the point where they actually are doing another mask mandate throughout some states right now here in the U.S., man. You understand? So this is something that, of course, we don't take lightly. You understand? Something that you should be taking very, very seriously. Taking very, very serious. Of course, as always, you understand, consult with your doctor pertaining to that COVID vaccine. You understand? Because a lot of brothers and sisters, you understand, they are quote unquote scared, and a lot of people saying that it's the mark of the beast, whatever the case may be, man. You understand? Do not, don't be dismayed, man, of what you are actually seeing. You understand, on earth when it comes to that vaccine, man. You understand? Be smart, man. You understand? Consult with a doctor, man. You understand? If you have a little cough, or if your kid gets sick, where are you gonna take them? You're gonna take them to the doctor, man. You understand? So of course, while you're at the doctor, ask your doctor, man, is it safe, or is it safe for me to take the actual COVID-19 vaccine? Because a lot of people, some of them probably can't, man, because of their medical history, whatever the case may be. You understand? But be wise with it, man. You understand? Consult with your doctor pertaining to that, man, because like we said, another strain is coming up, and we're gonna get into that article as well. But first, you understand? So before I go into this article, man, you understand, this right here is a prime example of why women should not be leading in the Christian church, man. You understand? This is why the Christian church should be banned from just trying to attempt to teach the Bible, man. You understand? So this is live5news.com. It says police foster parent of SC child who died in hot car thought she dropped him off at daycare, man. You understand? Now, before we get into, feeling some type of way, or you're saying that that's a bad thing, which of course it is a bad thing, you understand? We don't wish, any harm or any death on anyone. You understand? Before we even go into the article, this is, so for one, this is a female Christian pastor. You understand? She and this is just information that I received because I know someone at my slavery that personally knows this woman, man. I'm talking about like knows him as in, they go over their actual household. You understand? And when I was just mind gobbled when, she was telling me this story of what actually happened. So of course we're gonna go into the article, but of course this is a female Christian pastor. That's that's one strike, and then another strike is she has foster kids, man, and this was her 5th child, and this was a devil child. You understand? Of course, you understand. So of course, hey man, listen. The Lord wasn't with that baby, man. Let's just keep it plain and simple like that. You understand? But of course, we're gonna go into this, and it's gonna go into detail of how all this happened, man. Once again, police parent of SC child who died in hot car thought she dropped him off at daycare. The Spartanburg County coroner said a preliminary investigation autopsy revealed the boy's death to be heat-related. He said he doesn't know how long the child was in the car, unsupervised, but it could have been multiple hours. You understand? And of course, this happened in the beginning of this month. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody in South Carolina, you understand, we know when those heat waves come, those heat waves come. You understand? So, of course, it was very, very hot in that vehicle, man. Now, of course, once again, this was a Edomite child. You understand? Of course, we all understand that the Lord was not with them. But, of course, we're going to get into more in detail of why, of course, you understand, we cannot trust this Christian church, man. You understand? Police are releasing new details about a 3-year-old who died in a hot car Wednesday in Spartanburg. Police said that they were called to a home just before 6 p.m. Now, mind you, you understand, this female Christian pastor, she thought that she had dropped them off at daycare. And normally when you drop, kids off at daycare, it's normally between the hours of what? Anywhere from 5 to, let's say, 7. You understand? And they didn't receive a phone call till right before 6 p.m. Corona Rusty Clevenger said a 3-year-old bull was found dead in a car. Clevenger said a preliminary investigation autopsy revealed the boy's death to be heat-related. He said he doesn't know how long the child was in the car unsupervised, but it could have been multiple hours. Police said that the foster parent thought she had dropped off the child at daycare with her other children and failed to realize the child did not go inside until she found him in the rear of her SUV. Now, this just shows you, man, how much, you know, I believe, of course, you understand, this was the work of the Most High. You understand? But at the same time, you understand, this just shows us once again, man, that, you know, these Christian pastors, female especially, are not to be trusted, man. You understand? It's to the point now, man, where, you know, if anybody has, a child or, whatever the case may be, when it comes to you dropping them off for, daycare, you understand, your natural instinct is to do what? Check back and make sure that all of the kids are outside your car, man. You understand? And another thing that, jogs, was dealing with me, severely when it comes to this, you understand, is how you not check your vehicle when you get out of your car, man. You understand? So I almost think that this is quote unquote premeditated, man. Now, of course, you understand, we're not supposed to be doing this purposely to our oppressor, man. You understand? And of course, she's gonna have to prove a lot in court, man. Police said the woman called 911 when she found the boy in the car. Police said the parent and first responder tried to revive the child, but the child could not be saved. Investigators are calling this an accidental heat-related child death. The name of the child will not be released until parents can be notified, man. You understand? And that's the end of that article, man. Now, of course, now we're about to go into, the information that was released to me from someone at my slavery, man. You understand? Now, of course, like I said, this is a female Christian pastor. You understand? No one, of course, we do not agree with that whatsoever. Why? Because the Bible says that we're not supposed to agree with it. You understand? For one, and for two, man, you understand? A lot of people, you understand, get into these quote unquote being a quote unquote foster parent so they can get a check, man. You understand? Let's just keep it all the way real, man. And we all understand, you understand, especially the brothers and sisters down here in South Carolina, how hood, in certain areas, Spartanburg could be. You know what I'm saying? Now, my, information is coming from someone that directly knows this pastor, man. And I wish that they actually, released her name. You understand? Because they haven't, let me see here. Let me go to this one right here to see if they got any information pertaining to her, pertaining to what's her name. And I probably should have just asked her name, but no, they didn't. Okay, no sweat. Yeah, understand. 1 second here. Let me try this one right here. Yeah, so of course it looks like from all the articles that I'm finding, and I wasn't able to find one that actually released released the pastor name. But yeah, hold on, let me see. Okay, this is, let's see something else. All right, I thought this was the one that actually had her name, but no, it doesn't have her name. I probably should have got her name, which I would do. I really didn't talk to that sister, which also is a lesbian as well too. The one that gave me the information. So yeah, so So yeah, so this, this is what the article is saying. You understand? But of course, like I said, I do have, the information that was provided to me, by, one of my coworkers at the Slave. Now, the person at the Slave told me, you understand? This lesbian told me that, that she was tired. You understand? It was early in the morning, and she wanted to, to just get to work because apparently she works from home. You understand? And so, she was telling me, all the information, pertaining to how, she just thought that it was, everyone was out the car. You understand? And once again, you understand, like that just rubs me the wrong way, and it almost seems like, she wanted, that little boy to die. You understand? When it's just how she was explaining it to me. You understand? It just didn't seem right, man. You understand? It seemed like that was almost premeditated. You understand? But of course, the article is saying that it's accidental. Now, going back to the information that was provided to me. Once again, she said that that the woman, the foster parent, dropped all of her 4 kids off, at daycare, and she just assumed that that the little 3-year-old was with them. That shows you once again, man, that she wasn't looking out. You understand? How can you be a quote unquote foster parent? Now, of course, you understand, we all know that this was an Edomite child. It doesn't go into detail, but that was the information that was passed along to me. Now, of course, you understand, we're not supposed to be dealing with them, anyway. You understand, whatever the case may be. At the same time, you understand, this is supposed to be a Christian pastor. You understand, this is the person that's supposed to be, quote unquote, leading the flock, man. You understand? What happens if, God forbid, she was supposed to be in charge of, dropping someone off at the airport. You understand? Dropping these kids off at the airport. You understand? And then, someone being chaperoned to them, with them. Or, she's dropping someone, dropping some adults off at the daycare as well, too. And she just leaves one behind. You understand? What type of person, is that? You understand that, that is a person that does not care about what she's truly about, man. You understand? That shows us and proves to us once again, day in and day out, man, that the Christian church cannot be trusted, man. You understand? Not be trusted. Now, of course, you understand, here in the UPK, we're going to bash on the oppressor, man. You understand? We're going to call them, the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand, that they're nothing, that they're spittle, whatever the case may be. You understand? But God forbid, you understand, that ever happen. That ever happens. You understand? We're gonna make sure, man, that of course, if the Lord, is not with that child, then man, listen, so be it. You understand? But good night, man. You gotta have some type of dignity, man. And this is not, we're gonna save white people, whatever the case may be. No, man. You understand? We're saving a possible lawsuit, man. You understand? On the parents. You understand? Because best believe, man, that is a white child. Best believe that those parents, the actual parents of the child, they're going to want to press charges, man. Why? Because this story, in the way that the article is saying that it's an accidental incident, it just doesn't make sense, man. It's not adding up whatsoever, man. You understand? So of course, you understand, we will make sure that, of course, everything's wild, but God forbid, that ever has to happen in this lifetime. You understand? Because we do not care about our oppressor, their kids, their aunts, their uncles, whatever the case may be, man. You understand? All of them can drop dead according to the Bible, man, for what they have done, and in pillage and raped and robbed so-called black spanking Native Indians, man. You understand? So of course, man, that shows you once again, man, that she does not care about them, man. You understand? She doesn't care about her quote unquote foster kids, which everybody understand and everybody knows now that she was just looking out for a check, man. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to run that check up, man, to the point where she left the Edomite child in the car to go get her go get her real money, which she she works from home, and then also she has a church. You know what I'm saying? So she's running that check up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that she's getting so much money in that stinking, filthy, disgusting Christian church. So not only is she getting money from the Christian church, she's getting money from her job, and then also she's getting money for her 5 foster kids, man. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Sadly but truly, the only thing that may actually save her is that she's a Christian pastor, man. But I pray, man, that that's not the case, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we do not need her in that Christian church, man. Shalai. You understand? So of course, going back to how stinking and disgusting this Christian church is, man, on how they cannot be trusted with our people. You know what I'm saying? Not alone the oppressor people as well too. You understand? But think about it, man. They are deceiving the Most High's chosen people. So like, nah. Yeah. I'm too wild. Y'all go get down, man. Y'all about, y'all brothers got the Hennessy and the Hypnotic, huh? Y'all about to be strong in here, huh? I'm too wild. I got some already. I'm too wild. You understand? So of course, what is this right here? All right. Yeah. Not yet. I'm gonna read this article, but of course we're gonna get into some scriptures here in very, very soon. You understand? So of course, matter of fact, I do want you to get a scripture. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to let's go to the book of John 8. You understand? We're gonna get a few scriptures, and then we're gonna go into the other article. You know what I'm saying, pertaining to this new strand of COVID. You know what I'm saying, that is taking everybody by storm. But of course, we all understand and we all knew what was going on all along. The book of John, chapter 8, and start at verse 44. John 8 and 44. Con, go ahead.
Ye are your father the devil.
You know what I'm saying? And let them know where you at too, brother.
John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
You know what I'm saying? Ye are of your father the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? Any female, you know what I'm saying, any male pastor that think that they can go into some type of building and just try to, persuade and deceive the Most High's chosen people, it says that they are what again?
Ye are of your father the devil.
It says that ye are of your father the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? And why are they the devil? Keep going.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
And the lust of the father ye will do, man. You understand? The lust of the father ye will do, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about the Roman Catholic Church, man, on how they did what, man? Started pedophilia, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Started lesbianism, man. Started homosexuality, man. Started all of this wickedness, man. And what's happening now? it's getting trickled down to the Christian church and trickled down where? To the black community, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just read an article, man, on how a quote-unquote female pastor in Spartanburg, South Carolina, has 5 foster children. 5. Was dropping them off to daycare. And sidebar, this was an Edomite child. You know what I'm saying? The Lord was not with that child. You know what I'm saying? So she drops off the 4 children, leaves a 3-year-old in the back seat, goes home, and goes on by her day. You understand? Now, of course, we don't, support, white supremacy or, anything with their children, whatever the case may be, man. You understand? But she's quote unquote a leader. You understand? Right. She's a quote unquote leader. If according to Christianity, you know what I'm saying, where God loves everybody, you know what I'm saying, she would, she's supposed to be shamed.
Right.
You understand? But of course, that's not going to happen, man. Why? Because she's a female in the LGBTQ plus community, you understand, is going to be rooting for her. You understand? And of course, with all the information that I was provided with at my slavery, you know what I'm saying, the female, which was also lesbian as well too, said that Christian pastor is a hoe. You know what I'm saying? She's a hoe, lesbian, going both ways, whatever the case may be. And she is a hoe, man. Straight up and down, man. You understand? But it says, read from the top again.
Ye are of your father the devil.
It says, ye are of your father the devil, man. You understand? That deceiver, man. You know what I'm saying? You are deceiving the Most High chosen people to make it seem like you're this upright person or this perfect person. But in all reality, you are the biggest deceiver on this planet, man. Just like your father, just like the so-called white man, just like the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You understand? From the Roman Catholic Church all the way down, man, to the Christian church, man. They don't give a damn about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. You know what they give a damn about? Them pockets, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all they care about, them pockets, man. Getting them pockets fat, so what? So they can make the Jewish man richer, man.
Right.
That's what they truly want, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about nobody, man. That woman had 5 foster children, eating off that. She had a regular slavey eating on that, and best believe she's eating off that Christian church, man. Best believe she has, man, listen, man, she probably has so much money, and best believe she's going to need it, man. Because those white people, that was the actual parents of that foster child, they are going to press charges, man. You understand why? Because of course she's a black female. You understand? And they are going to win. You understand? God forbid, you understand, that happens to that sister. You understand? But hey, man, the Lord is not with her. Why, man? Because of course, man, she's in that stinking, filthy, disgusting Christian church, man.
Right.
You understand? And no one should be deceived by them, man. You understand? No one should even step foot in that stinking, disgusting, filthy church, man. Let's read that scripture from the top one more time, Shalaya.
Okay. Ye are of your father the devil. And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
It says he was a what?
He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning, man. You understand? That same spirit that Esau, that cunning hunter has been trickled down to that Christian pastor, man. That has been trickled down to who, man? The church members as well too, man. Why? Because they don't give a damn about each other. You know what I'm saying? Christian, what is it? The Christian church, those members, they don't care about one another, man. You know what I'm saying? All they worrying about is who got the biggest crown. I mean, not the crown, what them things called? The grandma hats. Yeah, come on. You understand? You understand? Right. That's all they care about. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, all they care about is who pastor and deacon sleeping with tonight. Exactly. Man. Come on. You understand? That's all they care about, man. That's all they give a damn about, man. Gossip and more gossip, man. But best believe that Sunday night they gonna have some type of pork chops going on all in their mouth. Right, you understand? They gonna have some type of shrimp broils going on, man. You got it out.
Slocky out of one. If I made that, like that's so heavy. Like it was this one lady I knew from church. Not giving her names out there or relationships to me. she's been going to church her whole life,
Huh.
my whole entire life, even when I was young, bringing me in there as well. But what she like, you know what I'm saying, the first thing that she goes to when she's cooking this in the morning is bacon, you know what I'm saying,
Sure.
pork, all types of pork, cigarettes, all these types of sin, but she give her days to the church, but she's not learning anything.
Right, kind.
That's
You understand? And that's so heavy, you understand? Because, of course, man, all of us, well, I won't say all of us, some of us grew up in that Christian church, man. You understand? Some of us, was that pork-eating person. Right. Some of us was that smoking weed person. You understand? Right. But what happened, man? We had a full transformation. That's right. And we became that new creature, man. That's right. You understand? That's why we say, damn the Christian church, man. That's right. Because they lied to us, man. Damn right. You understand? And they don't give a damn about lying to us, man. Why? Because their father didn't care about lying to us, man. And when I mean father, I'm talking about, this scripture when it's pertaining to the devil, man. You understand? I'm not talking about their biological father. You understand? God forbid that he was in that same residual cycle as well, too. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about that damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. That's right. You understand? To the hell with him, man. You understand? For what he's done to the Most High chosen people, man. Right. You understand? They should be put to shame, man. Every Christian church in America should burn tonight, man. Right. That's my prayer, man. I pray at least one burns tonight. Shalakia, man. I pray at least one burns tonight, man. Shalakia, man. You understand? All of them can burn, but at least one burns tonight, man. You understand? Because they are inconsistent, man. Right. Here in this truth, we have true consistency, man. That's right. When it comes to this truth, man. When it comes to raising up brothers and sisters, man. Why? Because this is our oath, man. This is our what, Shar? This is our blood oath, man. That's right. You understand? This is our oath, man. Why? Because we give a damn about Black lives, Hispanic lives, and Native Indian lives, man. To the hell with Black Lives Matter as well, too. Why? Because they're leaving out our Hispanic brothers and Hispanic sisters and the Native Indian brothers and Native Indian sisters as well, too, man. So to the hell with them, man. They are a part of that umbrella of that Christian church, man. That's right. So to the hell with them too, man. That's right. And good night, man. Let's not talk about the LGBTQ plus community. Good night, man. Shoot, that's a whole nother class, but it is a part of the Christian church. Why? Because half of them are Christian churches, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are Christian pastors, man. You was about to say something, Shar?
I was just going to ask a question.
Oh, go ahead.
The Black Lives Matter ran by lesbians or white?
Yeah, so here's how Black Lives Matter started. Everybody remember Mike Brown, right? The brother that got gunned down, what was that, in St. Louis? Right. You understand? So, of course, this is the time around, a lot of us, we were getting gunned down, and I'm guessing, they was saying, enough is enough. That's right. You understand? So, of course, all of them, a lot of black groups came together, and they came up with this lingo that Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, everybody understand the movement. No, what was it? Hands up, don't shoot. You understand? All those, all those little lingos. But, of course, behind closed doors, not a lot of people know what was going on, man. Right. Not a lot of people know. Now, just like Officer Shar said, that the Black Lives Movement, the Black Lives, the CEOs and creators, they were all lesbians, man. So how can you say that Black Lives Matter and you should, like, I was about to go a little bit into detail. Let's just say it like this: you're not with a black man. How can a black man matter if you're not with a black man? Right. You understand? Come on now, I mean, come on. Let's take it back to elementary, man. You understand? How can you be for a movement that say, "Oh, I'm all about black men and Black Lives Matter," but you're not with a black man? Right. You understand? So of course that's strike one. You understand? Of course, another strike is here recently. You understand? One of their owners. One of their co-owners is buying houses with what? With the funds that they receive from Black Lives Matter, man. Right. You understand? And I remember doing an article about some time ago. I want to say it was anywhere from that was raised just for Mike Brown's death. It was anywhere from I want to say 500,000 to 750,000, and the parents never seen any of that. None of it, man. You understand? That money that was raised, it should have been going to who? That family, man. But of course, somebody read my mind what I'm about to say. Somebody read my mind. What I'm about to say, man. You understand? But of course, due to them them being under the umbrella of what's righteous and them being under the umbrella of wickedness, they are what? Stay in class, what, Shar?
So they are of their father, the devil.
There we go, man. Get that brother a hand, man. You understand? They are of their father, the devil, man.
Right.
You understand why? Because ain't that what our oppressor does? He steals money from us every single day. Good night, man. Haven't we been going over these numbers for these holidays every single Sunday? Millions and trillions of dollars?
Yes, sir.
And what happened? It's going into the quote-unquote black groups now, man. Taking money, man. Just imagine how much money the Black Lives Matter has accumulated since they have started, man.
Yes, sir.
Millions, man. And are they giving it to their people? No, man. They making the Jewish man rich, man.
That's right.
And what the hell does a Jewish man needs, man? You got it, Doc.
It's like I don't know if I made that puts me in the memorization of BET. Like I've just now recently seen the owners of Black Entertainment Television, and it's Esau at its finest.
And what a lot of people know is that about right before they were the owners, it was an actual black man that actually owned BET, and before that it was another white couple, but this quote unquote black man, he was he kind of climbed up the ladder, which I believe he's a homosexual. I believe every man, and this is not no UPK stands or anything like that. I'm not no conspiracy theorist or whatever the case may be. I think everybody that's in Hollywood in some form or fashion is a homosexual.
Right.
You understand? That's just the way my mind operates, man. I can't help but to say, like, man, how did you make it up there without not taking anything up somewhere? Right. You understand? Because of course, once again, they are who? You understand?
Of their father, the devil.
They are of their father, the devil. And good night, man. Who is the biggest homosexual on the planet, man? You understand? Who is the biggest lesbian on the planet right now, man? The so-called devil, right?
Right.
You understand? So we seeing how all this is tying in, man, with what we talking about right now when it comes to this, when it comes to Christianity and when it comes to that stinking, disgusting, filthy church, man. They cannot be trusted, man. You understand? Every time someone say that when someone say that they're Christian, I just cringe inside, man. I just cringe inside, like, man, like, how can you be dumb? Right. You understand?
Right.
Like, and I be trying to be nice, but man, I've been working, because, a lot of people tell me that I'm very rude, you understand, at times when it comes to Christians. But I have to be, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't get it. And the only way that I know how to give it to them, when you're talking about the scriptures, is just look at them as they're dumb. Right. You understand? Because, of course, we were once there as well, too. And, of course, we were looked at as, man, like, how dumb can you be to go to a church, sit down, play the tambourine, clap your hands, give the pastor all your money for him to do what? Be rich and give it all to the Jewish man, man. That's dumb. Is it not? Giving all your money to a stinking, disgusting, filthy Christian pastor, and they giving it all to the white man. They giving it all to our oppressor, all to these other heathens, man. You want to say something?
It's like I was just going to say, giving all your money to someone that's lying to you.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Giving all your money to someone that's lying to you, that's deceiving you, man. Go ahead, Doc.
I remember, growing up in the church, maybe around maybe 11, 12 years old. I remember, going to church, next thing, I'm going to church or whatever, next thing you know, he got a whole Cadillac truck. He got one of them box
yeah.
Cars, the ones that
the old school box car.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen, brother, man.
His wife and all. I'm like, how to get this, man?
Right, you know what I'm saying? And don't be having no jobs whatsoever, man. Right. Living off the church, man.
Right.
And think about it, man. Here in Greenville, South Carolina, man, it's the same way, man, with these stinking, disgusting, deceiving Christian pastors, man. What's that? Man, what's his name, man? Here in Greenville. John Gray. Yes, John Gray, man. He's another one, man. I mean, good night, man. Like, he's deceiving so many people, man. for one, he allows anyone to come in inside his quote unquote congregation, and now I'm all of a sudden, if everybody familiar with that story when he was sleeping with an underage girl, and he had to cover it up, and then he ended up buying his wife a Lamborghini truck. And those Lamborghini trucks go from anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000.
Yes, sir.
Now, where did he get that money from? You understand? Someone please answer me that. Where did he get all that money from, man? God, you understand? The GoFundMe, you know what I'm saying, from all these quote unquote high rollers in the Christian church, man. And if I can sidebar just real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? This was when I was in college, man, and I will never forget this, man. And this is, this is what made me know that the Christian church is very, very disgusting, man. And this, this allowed me and made me know that the Christian church is just all about money, man. And this is, and this is just me, and and I was in the world, you know what I'm saying? So I went to one specific Christian church, and I was, dressed very, very bummy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about straight up bummy. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have on, how they come in, with the slacks and the, tie and all that. Man, I think I had on some jeans and a t-shirt, and I think I had like some raggedy shoes on. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how their minds was, man. You know what I'm saying? And this was a well-known church, where I went to school at. And I went in there and I just seen like, man, okay. Nobody's talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing, anything to me or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But then, I kid you not, man, about a month later, and it may have been that following Sunday. No, I did give some time because I didn't want them to recognize me. You know what I'm saying? So, about a month or two later, I went to that same Christian church. I was fly, sure. I was Christian fly. Let me just say it like that, man. And the way that my mind operates is like, man, like, I know that they all about money, but let me see how much they are about money, man. And when I tell you I was Christian fly, I had to, I had, lined up my, my beard. You understand? I had my tie on, my slacks. You know what I'm saying? Clean white shirt on.
Yeah.
Tell me why. Tell me why, man. The pastor's wife comes up to me and hands me a pamphlet and say, do you want to become a member of this church? You understand? Wow. That right there resonated, and it still to this day resonating to my mind that I know that the Christian church is nothing but thieves, man.
Right.
You understand? Because she thought, you know what I'm saying? She thought that I was going to come in there and, I'm a college student.
Right.
Was I a college student? I think either I was a college student or I was just starting grad school at that given point in time, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, and all throughout college, I'm not going to get my whole college lifetime down because I was a Christian. You understand? Just a little bit, I was the president of the Bible study at a HBCU, well-known HBCU, all that, but that's for here to sake. And I know that the Lord was tugging me away from that Christian church that day. You know what I'm saying? That day. And of course, I was still going through some things, and it still took me some time to actually get down here to South Carolina. But that given day, I knew that the Christian church was nothing but thieves, man. Because not the pastor wife come up to me and hands me a pamphlet and say, do you want to become a member of this church? And we all understand what that knew. And of course, when I opened it up, they had all these, Bishop Love offering, tithes, choir fund, building fund. It was and what stuck to me the most was the Bishop Love offering. What they will do and how this specific church does, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Christian churches does as well too. You understand? What they do once a year, they call it the Bishop Love offering, man. What they will do is they will, save up, and everybody, will keep on saving up and, keep on giving for this Bishop Love offering all throughout the year. And then once that specific day comes up, they give it all to the quote unquote bishop. And then they say how much it is, X amount of $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And they give them gift cards and they, feed them pork chops and, fried chicken and all this stuff on this specific day, man. Why? because he's a chosen of the Most High, man. Think about that, man. Like, think about how disgusting, and think about how, how they have destroyed the black community, man. You understand? To make us, to make us to believe that, oh, if we don't have no money, you can't come into the church. Or, if you're not giving your last dollar, you can't be doing anything that's beneficial of the Most High, man. Right. You understand? The scripture says that the poor is going to inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. Yeah, right. You understand? Right. Of course, you understand? Of course, we are supposed to give tithes, man. That is a law on that, man. You understand? Make sure that you are paying your tithes, man. You understand? But going back to that Christian church, man. You understand? That right there, man. Like, and that resonates in my mind from time to time on how deceiving they are, man. And I kind of want to make a trip down there just to see if they still are operating, man. I'm pretty sure they are, man. And probably living lusciously right now, just like our oppressor, man. You understand that? That right there, it makes me angry inside, man. It makes me angry to see that our people being lied to, man. Right. You understand? This is why the work in this truth is so important, man. It's something that we cannot give up, man. Why? Because we know that our brothers and sisters are being lied to, man, by some disgusting, filthy, deceiving, lying Christian pastor, man, right, or just church, or Black Lives Matter, or the LGBTQ plus community, man. You know what I'm saying? And on that LGBTQ plus community, man, I seen, and this almost made me want to never get on social media again. They had a song saying, the LGBTQ plus community, the queer community, whatever the case may be, they had a song saying that, yes, we're coming after your kids, man. We're going to go into the TVs and we're going to manipulate your kids to come our way, meaning their way, the LGBTQ plus community, man. Yes, man. It was so disgusting in his mind. I'm like, man, they are the true predators, man. You understand? Like, how Hillary Clinton called us super predators. No, they are the true predators, man. Right. True predators, man. Go ahead, Ock.
It's like I was going to say that it's truly after their father, the devil.
Yeah, man. Right. You understand? They are truly after their father, the devil, man. Why? Because they don't give a damn about what's going on in the hoods of America, man. Their main purpose is to do what, man? Deceive us, man. And think about it, man. Look at every commercial, man. Every other commercial is filled with what? With homosexuality. Think about it. Every TV show that you're watching on TV is what? Has something to do with homosexuality, man. Right, something. It may not be a lot. It may just be that little. What? Every movie nowadays have what? Has some type of homosexuality in it, man. Go ahead,
So I'm finna say, even the hottest rapper right now, I hate to say he's not hot to me, but you know what I'm saying, the one that's making a lot Lil Nas X.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Nas X. 1 minute he wants to be a homosexual. 1 minute he has a girlfriend. 1 minute he's twerking on, which they perceive as the devil. You know what I'm saying? And 1 minute he has another girlfriend, and 1 minute he's a homosexual again, man. God. Think about, and think about that little child that's watching that, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about that confused teenager that's watching that, man. Think about that adult that is trying to understand life on, what's right and what's wrong. It's to the point now, and I think I said this a couple classes ago, in the month of October, this is going to be the first of all. Mark my words, man. It's already all throughout main media, social media, but they not pushing it right now. When in the month of October, somebody take a wild guess what the LGBTQ plus community is going to do, man. The month of October, man.
It's like, sir, if I may, I'm getting the costume character of the transsexual. So like,
you're on to it. It's going to be a lot of that. Go ahead, Doc.
Pedophilia?
You damn near may always say, okay. I'm going to get somebody else one more time. Say, take a wild guess of what's going to happen in the month of October. And this is something that you can Google, man. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to Google this once I say it, man. Anybody else want to take a shot? Give me 1 second. Let me see if somebody said something in the chat real quick. So, like, give me 1 second, y'all. There we go, man. See, the sister Shirai, man, she's on it, man. October is coming out month.
Right.
Coming out month, man. And you know, as I was reading this, as I was, having all this resonate in my mind, I'm like, man, it makes perfect sense, man. Because what? They just had Pride Month.
Right.
You understand? It's, of course, Pride Month has been going on for some time, but now they need to amp up a little bit. Right. You understand? They need to, take it to another level. And what else happens in October? Of course, we all know what happens. Halloween, right?
Right.
Just imagine of how many kids are going to be frightened and scared when they see some flaming homosexual coming out. You understand? Coming out of their what? Coming out of their true nature? Coming out of, what's supposed to be right? No, man, this is disgusting. Go ahead, Doc.
It's like it, sir, if I may. It's like if it sounds Christian-like. But if hell's the true thing of what these Christians see, it will be right here with these LGBTQ. Like, that's frightening as a little kid. See some stuff like a Halloween cat and lift up his legs like this.
That's what I'm saying.
That's frightening.
That's what I'm saying. And we gotta think about the the psychological damage that does to them, man. Because now it's like they're coming into a world that's filled with homosexuality. Right. And it's gonna be what? Like that, it's gonna be to the norm to them. Right. It's going to be to the norm to them. You understand? It's going to be normal for them to go into class and they see a transgender as their teacher. And they're in the class and they see what? Within the teacher's lesson plan, that it has to be some type of LGBTQ plus criteria that is taught to them. Man. Right. They already then passed it in the state of Illinois, Alabama. It's another state that they just passed it, if I'm not mistaken, and I want to say that they're getting ready to pass it in Minnesota as well too, man. And think about it, man. It's not catching mainstream media as much. They're doing it slowly, man. Like, who all knows about this coming out month, man? Not a lot of people know about that, but of course, watch these months come along, and then bam, they're gonna hit you with it. They're gonna have it advertised all on TV, all on social media. Why? Because they want to fuck with your mind, man. They literally want to fuck your mind, Shalakia. You understand? To the point where it's like, man, okay, I don't want to sound, all what is it, superficial or quote unquote consciousness or the conscious community or whatever. But they want to get you in that matrix, man. You understand? They want you to get to, get you believing that all this is okay. And then what? What happens next? The Christian church is going to fall in line. The Christian church is going to be okay with it, man. A lot of people in the Christian church may be coming out as well, too. Right. Shalakia, think about it, man. Think about it, man. That's why we say that's why it's so important, man, to take this truth so serious, man. Because you don't want to leave this truth. Why? Because you're going to accept that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You might as well say, if you're not in the ISUPK, you're a homosexual.
Right.
Why? Because everyone agrees with what, man? Everyone agrees with American ways. You got a quote-unquote conscious community celebrating their holidays. You know what I'm saying? But, good night. They might as well celebrate Pride Month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might as well celebrate this quote-unquote coming out month, man. They might as well. But, of course, hearing this truth, man, we don't give a damn about that. Why? Because it's against the Most High, man. You understand? I remember I was on that crazy clubhouse and someone was defending homosexuality, man. Defending it, man. You understand? Saying that the Most High is saying that it's okay to be a homosexual. And I'm, and my mind is gobbling, and, and my mind is just going different ways. I'm looking like, man, if his God is saying that it's okay to be a homosexual, and I asked him, I was like, you know what, and we having some type of dialogue. You say, oh well, God doesn't, say that we can, cannot say that it's okay to be a homosexual or it's not okay to be a homosexual. And I'm asking him like, man, like, is that in the Bible? Of course, he didn't say anything. He said, yeah, we're gonna get to it, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking like, man, like, and I asked him, and everybody, was like chuckling and whatever case may be. But that's something like, man, listen, if my God says that, homosexuality is not right, and I'm supposed to get as many wives as I'm supposed to get, you understand? Lord allow, I'm going to do that. Right. So if your God says that it's okay to be a homosexual, and I ask him like, are you a homosexual? You understand? And he didn't say anything. He was like, nah, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to bring that up right now. I'm like, everybody was like, oh, damn. That brother may be a homosexual if you can't answer it. You understand? Like, because a man is going to say, man, listen, bro, chill out.
That's right.
You understand?
Right.
Chill out.
Damn right.
You understand? But, of course, this confused, what was he? He was like a Christian Israelite or whatever the case may be. He said that his God says that it's okay to be a homosexual. And could not answer, and to this day he has still not answered if he was a homosexual or not. And I believe so hardly in my heart, in my understanding, that if his God says it's okay to be homosexual, that he's a homosexual. He didn't answer the question. Good night, man. Let's read that scripture one more time, brother, and then we're gonna go on to the next one, man. Come.
John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and these lusts of your father ye will do.
You understand? And this is just a sexual deviant, man. You understand? When it comes to this homosexuality, you understand? When it, when it comes to this pedophilia, when it comes to this molestation, pedophilia, and Shar says something, you understand, that is in the works, I believe, you understand, and is already in the works of how they are going to be releasing these pedophiles from prison and be able to just roam the streets, man. Think about that, man. Like, think about how America is set up, man, and how America was built.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's just so sickening, man. But of course, once again, it is biblical prophecy.
Right, that's right.
You understand? All this is biblical prophecy, man.
That's right.
You understand? This is, this is the day and age, Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Dang.
Is it not, man? Think about it, man. Think about how everything is lining up to what? To be destroyed.
Woo.
By the 200 million angels in Christ, man, when he comes back, man. Go ahead,
So like if I may, sir, man, Sodom and Gomorrah is known for their homosexuality, and they got destroyed. So like you said earlier just now, actually, you said it's building all up. This is a pageant. It's going to have to get worse than Sodom and Gomorrah for the Lord to actually... Good night.
I can get angry, but at the same time, I'm like, man, this is how it's supposed to be. Right. You understand? Like, I can't stand to look at a homosexual. I'm like, man, okay. Well, they have to, they have to enjoy their last days. You understand? They have to enjoy their heaven because that's their heaven, right. Man. Like, how can this be our heaven? You understand? Right. When the Bible does not support America, man.
Right.
You see, it talks about, Babylon the Great. You know, it talks about all these, all these homosexual acts and how, how the so-called white man is going to kill us in our own streets, police brutality, X, Y, and Z. It talks about all that in the Bible. But how can this be our heaven, man? So what that scripture says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You know what I'm saying? But when the wicked are in authority, we are mourning, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we might not be mourning, crying and sobbing, but deep down inside, man, you can look at a black man, a black woman, Hispanic woman, Native Indian man, Native Indian women, and see that they are mourning on the inside, man. Right. Why? Because they are looking at a place that's unfamiliar, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is beyond me, man. America is beyond me. You understand? America is done. You understand? If anyone says that they love America, they might as well say that they love the LGBTQ plus community. Right. They might as well say that they agree with pedophilia, man. They might as well say that they agree with everything, man.
Right.
But why, man? Somebody stay in class, man.
Your father father the
Because
devil.
they are, hear that brother hand, man. You understand? Because they are of their father, the devil, man. Don't be deceived, man, by the Christian church, man. Don't be deceived about everything that's going on around you, man. Focus on these laws, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right.
And like like Officer Sharp, like I say, hearken unto the words of the Most High.
That's right.
Hearken to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Why? Because that's all we got, man. That's all we got, and we are all we have, man. So we have to love one another, man.
That's right.
With that unconditional brotherhood and sisterhood way, man. And that love is an action word, man.
Right.
You can't just say that you love someone and not put forth no action.
Right.
You might as well just be a Christian. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
For that sake, because they say that they love Jesus all day, but then again, they going to pray over some pork.
Right.
Come on now. That's lawless, man. They say that they love Jesus and they talk to God, but they out prostitute, man.
Right.
You understand? They say that they love, God, but they are on the strip pole.
Right.
Treating our sisters wrong.
Right.
Not taking no responsibility whatsoever, man. When you lay down with that sister, man, listen, man. That's why it's always beneficial, man, to get a sister into school, man.
Come on, sir.
Why? Because if you don't, man, brother, you're going to have a headache, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have an everlasting headache, man. You understand? Everlasting headache, man. You understand? And I'm not, targeting anybody, you understand, whatever the case might be. I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking in general. Go ahead.
Like how they said, killing me softly.
Right, con. You know what I'm saying? Killing me softly on the inside and outside, man.
Right.
You understand? And that's why we, and that's why we love our sisters in this shoot, man. Why?
right.
Because we know that they're not being whores, man. We know that they're not trying to be no stinking, disgusting, filthy Christian pastor, man.
That's right.
You understand? We know that they're not going to be on that strip pole, man. We know that they're going to be that kind sister.
Right.
You understand? We know that they're going to check in with their husband and get everything approved by their husband before they even do anything in life.
That's right.
That takes discipline, man.
That's right.
And that's why we are so hard on our sisters is the same way we are hard on our brothers, man. Why? Because we love them, man.
That's
because
right.
we give a damn about them, man. If there was in the Christian church and in the world, hey, man, sis, woman art thou loose. Go ahead and sleep with every man you can find until you find that right one. You understand? Go ahead and put that man on child support. Go ahead, kick that man out your house. He working at McDonald's. He working at Burger King.
Dang.
You understand? He working at, what's that Mexican restaurant? Moe's. You know, Chipotle, whatever the case may be. He only making minimum wage. How can he quote unquote provide for you? That's what they say. Do they not?
Right. Oh God, they do.
That's why we say don't be deceived by them, man. Because they want to take your soul.
Right.
You understand? They want to take it, trample it, stomp over it, and then just leave it, man. Leave it be. Why? Because they know that they have what? They have one more person that's in that mindset that they have, man. You understand? So give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second, brother. Let me make sure we took mine along. Give me 1 second, brother. All right. Still got brothers checking in. Still almost out of Christ. Let's go to Now, you know what? I'm gonna have to read this article, man, because this just came up on my feed, man, and I have to read this article, man. I should like it. Where is it at, man? Now, I hope this shows up again, man, because this is heartbreaking right here. If I was reading this right. me see. All right, we got that. 1 second, brother. Man, how come I cannot get that article up, man? No. It just popped on my feed, and I don't know where it's at now. Let me try to search it though. Let me see. Just. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come up. No sweat. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 23. Jeremiah chapter 23. And we're gonna start at verse 1. You understand? And this is for, you know, saying these Christian pastors that just think that everything that they're doing is right and thinking that there's not going to be any punishment for it, man. That's right. You know what I'm saying? This goes for these Christian pastors that think that they're all, you know, jumping and hollering and, you know, having people run around the building, you know what I'm saying, and throwing money at them and, you know, having all these, having all of these, donation buckets passed around over and over again. You know what I'm saying? There is some type of place for you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a perfected place for you, man. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes, man, for deceiving the Most High's chosen people, man. You know what I'm saying? For being a part of the destruction of the 12 tribes of Israel, man. As it should be, man. You know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't it be? Right. You know what I'm saying? There should be some type of destruction for who? Of course, our oppressor. Good night, man. But what about the people that follow after him, man? You know what I'm saying? It has to be some type of destruction for them. And that goes for those Christian pastors, man. You understand? Go ahead and read that, brother.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
And let them know where you at too, brother.
Jeremiah 23:1.
Go ahead.
Woe be unto the pastors.
You understand? It says woe be unto the pastors, man. That word woe means what? It means destruction.
That's right.
It means destruction, man. Destruction has to come, man, for what they have done to us, man, as a whole, man. Right. You understand? Don't think about your personal situation because you're in a safe haven place in the ISUPK under command Jenny Hanna. But think about those brothers and sisters that are not, man. Think about those brothers and sisters that are being deceived by a pork-eating, crab-eating pastor, man. Pastor pork chop eating, man. Think about that person, man. Think about that brother. Think about that sister. Think about that child that's just sitting there and just confused. You know what I'm saying? Think about that Christian woman that think that she knows everything and that she has directly conversation with God. Think about that man that think that, you know, if he lay hands on a person, that he's going to be safe. In the same sense, taking all the money from grandma, taking all the money from Starkeisha and Pookie and everybody in the hood, taking their light bill money and doing what, man? Making that Jewish man more rich, man. You understand? The Jewish man already has the Diamond District, do they not? You understand? You understand? They own, you understand? They have their own police force, do they not? You understand? They own Hollywood, do they not? And they own damn near everything from the East Coast to the West Coast, do they not, man? You understand? So what in the hell do they need, man? We need to be filling Black and spanking Native Indians' lives much better, man, and stop giving into that Christian church, man, that's on every block in the hood, man. Just as much as it is what East Indian cornerstone on every block, man, and what they doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I just found out I just found out recently that most East Indians, they're vegan. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even eat meat. You understand? You know, it's a small percentage of them, but you know, some of them they don't even eat meat, man. But what is their main meat portion that's in those convenience stores, man? That pork, and they don't even eat it, man. That's why we don't follow the heathens, man. Either. You understand? Go ahead, Doc.
And they so-called don't even eat pork because
Huh.
of Islam. They're serving it.
You understand? They don't eat pork, but they serve it to where? They're well known in what? The black community, man.
Right.
You see how this chain of cycle is destroying us over and over and over again, man. It's a residual cycle of confusionness, man. Just straight confusion, man. Go with that.
So like you said, if I may, I was gonna say the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians make multiple races rich. Like,
We do.
Look at Esau. We make Esau rich on day-to-day life activity. We make Elam, which is the East Indian rich by shopping at their convenience store, getting bad. We make the Chinese man Moabite
Good
rich
night.
by eating that Chinese food, getting those nails and toes and all that stuff. Man. But what about our people? What are we doing for each other?
You're right, man. And think about it, man. If a Chinese man sells some weed for $15.99, best believe they're gonna go to the Chinese store. But man, let a black woman sell that same weave
Right.
for $15 or $17.99, they gonna say, "Oh man, that's just too high."
Right.
What do you mean it's too high? It's the same price, if not equivalent.
Exactly.
You understand? But of course, it's just conditioned in their minds since they were young to do what? Why? Because their parents did it, their parents did it, and their parents did it, man. Over and over again, man. You understand? Go ahead, Doc.
It's like if I can, so it's like if I'm getting off track.
No,
That's
go
like
ahead, man.
That's like if you're in the world and you's a dope dealer, you want to buy the dope from the same guy that you know that's gonna get you high.
Come.
That's like them buying it from that same Chinese Moabite that know their hair is gonna be straight, not frinkly, and all that stuff that they like to do because they're programmed to, like you said earlier, just now. They've been programmed to us ever since they were young. So how
man.
can we switch it around, program it now, our young, to shop with these black-owned businesses?
Come, man. You know, so, and look at it, look at it as a, the ISUPK as the most perfected brain surgeon. You understand? And think about, the Christian pastors as, okay, they may know a little something about the Bible. They may, have a little, quote unquote knowledge of the Bible. Which one do you feel more better with perfecting your brain?
Right.
You understand? Because we're all about that mindset, man.
That's right.
You know, so we're all about turning our hearts away from Christianity, turn our hearts away from the world, man.
Right.
So we have a perfected brain surgeon when it comes to learning this truth and understanding this Bible. Hey, man, we're the true biblical scholars.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you want to have a true biblical scholar versus a, let me see, let's go ahead and go to, what is it, John? Yeah, let's go ahead and turn our Bibles to John 3:16, and that be the only scripture that they understand. When of course the Bible says precept upon precept. You know what I'm saying? Here a little, there a little, man. Line upon line, man.
Yep. Right.
We need to understand, man, that we are the true brain surgeons in this truth, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And no one can outdo us, man. You know what I'm saying? We are perfected, man, when it comes to transforming people, man. When it comes to, building households, true black households with a mommy, a daddy, and kids, man. Shalagia. I was out of order. A daddy, a mommy, and then the kids, man.
Heavy.
You understand? Because of course, think about it. America says what? It's the mommy and the kids. Am I lying?
Straight up.
It's the mommy and the kids, right? 9 out of 10 times. Good night. It's probably 7 or 8 out of 10 households are filled with what? Mommy and kids, man. We are the fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me that scripture where it talks about, you know what I want, Shar, binding a strong man. You understand? Binding a strong man. You understand? Because that goes along with Christianity as well too, man.
Right.
You understand why? Because they don't care about the black man. it goes back to the what we was talking about earlier, Black Lives Matter.
Right.
You understand? Of course, America wants it to be female and kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go and get a brother. Did you want this Bible, brother, or you gonna read it from your phone?
I got it right.
Okay, calm. What's on Christ, brother? Go ahead, brother.
All right. Mark 3 and 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house.
You know what I'm saying? And think about that, man. And let this resonate in our mindsets of how the world is set up and how the UPK is set up, man. You understand? Because of course, you know, look at the world as, you know, we're gonna stamp the world as Christianity in a whole. You understand? Because if you're not in the truth, we look at you as just Christians.
Right.
You understand? Because it's some form of Christianity that's rubbing off on you.
Right.
You understand? Some form of pedophilia is within your mindset.
Right.
Some form of homosexuality is within your mindset. Right. Some form of, I gotta have pork. Some form of, ain't passing up no pork. Ain't passing up no shrimp, crab, and lobster. Some form of that shrimp roll is going to be, going to be chasing you.
Right.
Some form of, I can just hit it and quit it, is going to be in your mindset, man.
Right.
Some form of, listen, girl, go ahead, what's that song? Bands that make her dance.
Right.
You understand? Nothing wrong with being a stripper, sis. Just make sure you get past the sun. Some form of that is going to be on you, man. You was about to say something, Shar?
Oh, so like I'm on fire.
No, go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say like, and without discipline, who can really reject that? Like, they don't know no better.
You understand? And just think about the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about the truth, man. Like I said earlier, man, we are the perfected brain surgeons. You know what I'm saying? So of course, what we're doing, we're transforming people's mindset to come back to their true culture, come back to their true DNA, man. I was just battling some dummy on Instagram, Facebook, and saying that, when it talks about, what was it? Talks about golds in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? It talks about, about the gold necklaces, man. This dummy said that, when it's talk about, that chicks are comely with the rows of gold, this dummy say he talking about earrings, man. I'm like, in that hindsight, I'm looking like, man, like, who destroyed him, for one? And for two, have you ever seen, like, I couldn't even respond. Like, that's how upset I was, man. Go ahead.
If I made such a like, I thought an ear was an ear, and a cheek. If a cheek is decked with rows of jewels, then people that got piercings on their cheek, it's in the cheeks. Like, it's simplicity, but Christianity, once again, like, and even with that, and I couldn't do nothing but laugh at the brother, but at the same time, it's like, damn, like, how can you get rows of cheeks in your like rows of gold in your cheeks?
Right.
To to compare that with earrings. I mean, like, he had the necklace, right? I'm like, okay, brother, you got the necklace, right? But how can you get, brothers wearing golds in their mouth as just earrings? Oh, it's talking about the cheeks, you know what I'm saying? Because the cheeks is, is connected to your ear bone and all. I'm like, brother, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your mouth, get in all black, get in class, and shut up, man, because your understanding is wrong, man. You understand? That, man, I just, and that's just, once again, another form of Christianity. You understand? To believe that, that the priests and prophets and, in of Israel, we can't wear golds. I mean, think about it, man. Brothers and sisters in the world that's not even in the truth, that don't even have understanding, have that same spirit of what? Man, listen, them golds that fly, man.
Right.
But long do they not know that is where? It's in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? It's in the Bible. And when you tell them, it's like, oh, well, shit, man, I was already doing this. Well, it's in your DNA to be an Israelite, brother. But, of course, you're stuck in America, man. They have some type of, right spirit, when it comes to the golds and, wearing, having the rims on the car, right. Saying, playing the loud music, You understand? Having that swag. Think about it, man. The Most High has swag, man.
Right.
Christ has swag, man.
Right.
The priests and prophets have swag, man. So it's in our DNA, man, to just be a swag people. You understand? We swagged out, man. You understand? I know that's an old term, man, but shoot, man. Good night, man. We have it, man.
It's real.
And they don't. And Christianity does not, man. You understand? They too worried about, man, like who pants is starched the best. You understand? What type of crease that you can get, man? You understand? How short can Sister Sequasha dress can be? How short can it be? And they want her to sit right in the front. Why? Because they know pastor gonna be looking at them things, man.
Right.
Ain't no pastor gonna be looking, man.
Right, exactly.
And meanwhile, that's another man's wife. He don't care. Why, man? It goes back to discipline, man. It goes back to being man. Apples and oranges, man. It goes back to being simple, and it comes back to knowing the true understanding of the Bible, man. Knowing the true understanding of the Bible. Go ahead, brother. What scripture I got you reading?
Mark.
Yeah, that's the one. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. No man can. Mark 3:27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods.
You understand? No man can enter into a strong man's house. It doesn't say weak man. You understand? Because of course, good night, man. If it was a weak man, then what's gonna happen? Kids gonna be, have no discipline. Kids gonna be running around crazy, thinking that they understand anything. Talking back to their mama, talking back to daddy, not showing no respect to to the elder, having no discipline. Enter into a strong man's house. You understand? Of course, if that was a weak man's house, good night, man. Everything is going to be happening in that house.
Right.
You understand? From homosexuality all the way down to pedophilia, man.
Right.
Why? Somebody read my mind. Stay in class. Go ahead,
Ye are the father of the
because
devil.
you are of your father, the devil, man. That great deceiver, man. You are being that great deceiver when you become weak, when you are weak, when you're not being a strong man. But it says the only way to enter into a strong man's house, keep reading, brother.
No man can enter into a strong. Mark 3:27.
Most High Christ.
No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
You got to do what first?
Except he will first bind the strong man.
Listen, man, you got to bind that strong man. And think about America, man. America has bind the strong man. Are we not filling up the jail cells?
Right.
Are we not having our fathers
Right.
being shipped over the border back to Mexico? Is that not happening? Are we not having our brothers of the native Indians living in reservoirs right now?
Right.
Are we not strung out on drugs? Are we not homeless? You understand?
Right.
Are we not living under bridges? All because of what, man? All because they was able to find a way to manipulate and bind a true strong man to believing that what? That he's nothing. That believing that he's not capable of building a strong home. Having a woman in order. Having the kids in order, man. That's how they're able to manipulate us and just rip our souls out, man. Rip our hearts out. Rip our dignity out, man. Go ahead,
That's like, sir. And like you said, with the women, they give these women benefits not to have a man in the house.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's another way of doing what? Binding the strong man. Why? Because what? Now, if a man is out of the household, what can she get now? She can get food stamps. She can get Section 8. She can get child support. You understand? She can get what's that one thing now? renters assistant program. So not only are you on Section 8, but now you can get, this quote unquote renters assistant now. When the rent is already from anywhere from $2 to $5, you don't even have to pay that. And you got your man on child support, and you don't have a man in the house. I mean, think about it. It's all set up for the women, man.
Right.
And think about it now with this whole child, the child tax credit.
Yes, sir.
They're about to give for every child, up to $300 a month
Come on, sir.
for every child? If they are single, don't have a man in the house.
Dang.
Now, hold on, wait. I may have to take that back because I believe it doesn't matter if the man is in the house or not. It can be a couple or it can be, the single mother. But of course, primarily, we already know that if the woman is, taking, filing the kids on taxes, of course, we already know that that check is going to go to who? The mother.
To her. Come on, sir.
Good night. You think she gonna split that with the husband? You think she gonna split that with the baby daddy? Hell no, she not, man. Go ahead,
I was saying, if anything, she's trying to figure out how she can get the baby daddy's stimulus check.
Come on, you understand? And they are taking the stimulus checks away, man. For I believe it's for the brothers, for the brothers and sisters. That are on child support, man. Stripping it away, man. Can't even enjoy while we're in hell. We can't even enjoy a little bit of, a little bit of money. When it comes to those stimmies. I heard that they about to pass out another stimulus check, man. You understand? If I was reading it properly, you understand? But of course, man, listen, we can talk about this all night, man, of how disgusting that church is, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're going to kind of, not necessarily direct way, but I want to talk about, and I'm reading this article pertaining to the COVID, and then we actually going to come back, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, everybody thought that COVID, died down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought that COVID was, non-existent anymore. But now, man, we're about to read this article, man. And this is the Washington Post. This is the Washington Post. It says, mask mandate make a return, along with controversy. A growing number, hold on, let me see. And this came out yesterday. It says, a growing number of experts call for a resumption of measures citing hyper-transmissible Delta variant. I'm just talking about the airways and all that. 2 months after the Center of Disease Control and Prevention said vaccinated individuals didn't need to wear a mask in most settings, a growing number of experts are warning it's time to put them back on, man. First, there was a Los Angeles County where the rising menace posed by the Delta variant of the coronavirus prompted health officials to reimpose a mask mandate. Then Bay Area health officers on Friday recommended that residents of 7 counties in the city of Berkeley, California, resume wearing masks indoors. Mask mandates are being discussed too in coronavirus hotspots such as Arkansas and Missouri, where cases have sharply increased in recent weeks and many residents remain unvaccinated. Universal masking indoors is a way of taking care of each other while we get more people vaccinated, said Barbara Ferry, director of Los Angeles County Department of Public Health. Speaking of that public health, the secretary of the public health is a transgender. Let's just throw that out there, okay? Thinking about the whole, deceiving and, how they, use wordplay and how they just, disgusting and filthy. So you got I believe she's a secretary Secretary of the Department of Health, if I'm not mistaken, but she's a transgender, which last week moved to reinstate an indoor mask mandate. It really doesn't disrupt any businesses' practices. It allows us to remain fully open. While we acknowledge that the Delta variant spreading like wildfire here, and the nation's current and former surgeon generals warned the nation should brace for a broader return of mask wearing, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to go all into that article, man, but this just shows you understand, how the Lord is with the UPK, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been saying, man, that, don't get, too comfortable and always consult with your doctor pertaining the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? With, of course, you just don't want to go out and take the vaccine without consulting with your doctor, because, your blood levels, or, some type of levels, you know what I'm saying, within your bloodstream, or within, your DNA, or, your blood type, it may not be compatible with that vaccination, man. You may not be able to take the vaccine. Right. You may be on, you may get, get taken for something else. You understand? So always consult with your doctor, man. And if he said that it's, safe for you to take it, man. Don't be scared of no damn vaccine, man. If you were sick for anything else, you're going to go to the doctor, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So go to the doctor for this vaccine, because why? COVID-19 is killing people. That's right. You understand? I pray that this wave kills more white people than black people. But of course, man, we need to be conscious of how we talk about that vaccination, and how we perceive that vaccination, man. Because of course you got the black people saying, oh, well, we don't believe in taking vaccines. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take these herbs, which there's nothing wrong with taking herbs if your doctor says that that's the route that you may want to take. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the true professionals, not a YouTube professional. Right. You understand? Not a professional that has no type of knowledge of vaccines and how they work. Hell, shit, don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to say, go to your doctor. I'm not no surgeon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no doctor. I'm a biblical scholar when it comes to these scriptures. Right. But, when it comes to, the doctors and, the surgeons, that's something that, that we don't have yet in the school. Go ahead, Doc.
And kind of like you saying, like, with a biblical scholar of the scriptures, you know that it says, honor thy physician.
You understand? That as well, too. You understand? Go to those physicians, man. Go to those doctors, man. You understand? They those are the ones that went to school for it. Now, if it comes back and backfire on them, hey, Lord may not be with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Especially doing with the priests and prophets of the Lord. If we're trusting and we're doing what the Bible says, right, we're going to our physician, we're going to our doctors, surgeons, whatever the case may be, and they're giving us these wrong, vaccines and wrong, medicines, whatever the case may be. Listen, man, they're going to see the Lord.
That's right. That's right.
That's not on us. Why? Because we did what the Most High said to do, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't be scared of that vaccine, man. You know what I'm saying? Get all ideology and Christianity and YouTube and all that garbage out of your mindset, man. Consult with your doctor and keep it at that, man. If you don't have one, find one. You understand? For anything, man, health related, whatever the case may be. Hell, shit, I need to go to the doctor, man. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on just with my body. You understand? That's something that we should take very serious. Why? I mean, that's what the Most High say, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be listening to no Dr. Sebi. You understand? Which, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of on point on, some things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to discredit a brother. You understand? But he wasn't a true doctor. Right. You understand? He just used the herbs, man. And if that's what your doctor and that's what your physician say, take the herbal route, by all means, man, do it, man. But let's not take it to the point where, we're going against what the Most High say, man, by listening to our Christian pastor, listening to grandma, listen to the conscious community. You know what I'm saying? Listening to these YouTubers, to these social media people, man. That's something that we should not do, man. And it's very dangerous as well, too. What scripture we at now?
We had Jeremiah 23. No, Mark. Mark 3.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about binding instrument. Let's go and read that again, man. Then we're gonna try to get a couple more. Then we're gonna close it out, man.
Mark 3:27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man.
You know what I'm saying? And you are spoiling his goods, man. And what's his goods, man? His family, man. No, man, listen, man. Men, you know what I'm saying? We want to go out, do the word, do the Lord's work, do the Most High works. And then we want to come back to be able to come to our family, man. Safely, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to get up under that warm thigh, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to toss our baby boy in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to, you know what I'm saying? We want to play with our daughters, man, and, have her, pour us tea in her little teacup and all that stuff, man. That's what we naturally wants to do, man. But what has America done, man? America has ripped that out of our mindsets, man. You know what I'm saying? To make us a thing that, it's normal to be a single mother and doing it all by herself, and they push that and they advocate for that, man. Why? Because they had the woman on a pedestal, man. But the scripture is saying, man, you're spoiling his goods, man. That's his wife, man. That's his kid. That's his son. That's his daughter. That you're spoiling, man. Because now what? These women are acting wild. You understand? And what happens after that? Those kids are acting wild as well too, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The scripture says, I'm paraphrasing, and children are their oppressor.
Right.
You understand? These kids are running everything, are they not? You understand? They are running everything now to the point where now kids are just openly saying that they're homosexuals. Saying that they're, what's the Wade's son's name? What is it? Zaza Wade? Zaza Wade? You understand? Now we running around with a whole bunch of Zazas. All because of what? Even though Dwayne Wade is still in the household, Gabrielle Union struck his dignity out, man.
Right.
And I still believe that he's, Gabrielle Union is giving it to him and not the other way around. That's just me. Ain't no stance or whatever. This is just me. I'm not, that's just how my mom. Go ahead.
It's like, man, I don't think them two have kids, do they?
I don't think they have kids.
That's crazy.
They don't have kids, you understand? And that makes more sense for her to be giving it to him instead of the other way around. And I know y'all see how that brother dressed now.
Yes, sir.
What you all say? Okay, you understand? And just think about it, man. Think about how, Dwayne Wade is, man. Dwayne Wade was one of the well-known NBA basketball players, was he not? And you would think that he would be a commentator for what? For the NBA, right?
Sir.
He's a commentator for the WNBA. I'm not lying to you. Look it up, man. He is. You can look it up. He's a commentator for the WNBA, man. Meaning what? Zaza may make it to the Shalakia, man. That's I'm just playing around, man. I'm just fucking around, man. But, you understand? So I'm just saying, man. Like, you got.
You might be right because the transgender in the sports.
Come on, man. Good night, man. Are we not seeing this happen right before our eyes? Like we're seeing everything fold on into America of how they want to just control us. It's like, what the scripture says, even though we want to do good, evil is present.
Yes, sir.
It's like, man, think about those brothers and sisters that they want, like they're searching for that good thing, but it's like, man, I guess I'm just going to, agree with the LGBTQ, community. I'm just going to stick in the Christian church. And instead of fighting, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, gritting and, grinding it out and praying about it, you know what I'm saying? And holding fast and getting into these scriptures and, not making that phone call. You understand? Because we're here. We're available. All throughout this COVID thing, we did not close.
Right.
what the Christian church did. Shows you how much they care about their people. Go ahead, Doc.
It's like it's if I may, like I got a family member that's, you know, saying she's female, but she's 100% homosexual. So like, I put out no name, but she's power ranking within the family. You know, so the family comes to her house to celebrate all kind of holidays, all that crap. So just imagine when, like you said earlier about that October, if that was an official holiday. Even like you said with that scripture right there, though I try to do good, evil is always near. You know what I'm saying? Even the one that's good gonna come, they doing something good by being around their family, but it's all in the spirit of homosexuality, or them celebrating them holidays and all that stuff. That's heavy that you said that.
And you know, and what's another point, man? You know what I'm saying? Because you said family. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to, you know, a devil and, you know, Jake at the slave. And, you know, I'm telling them, you know, that, you know, how I'm planning these trips, you know, to go to these cookouts. I'm like, man, like, you always around family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in most scenarios, people were trying to get away from their family. I'm like, shit, man, not with my family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not with my family. Not with my brothers and sisters, man. We love one another, man. Right. Truly love one another. We want to be around another all the time, man. Why? Because we know that we're living in hell, and just like that devil said, most people don't want to be around their family. Why? Because there's so much confusion, man.
Right.
There's so much molestation going on, man. Right. And where does that come from, man? Stay in class. Go ahead, Doc.
So like I said, I got two. First I want to say Christianity, and the other one the devil.
Man. You understand? Most High in Christ, man. Right. All because of that Christianity, man. All about being deceived, man. They don't want to be around their own damn family members, man. But it's a good thing, man, that Christ, you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing that the Most High, you know what I'm saying, saw fit for us to be in this truth, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ said, man, like, listen, man, he's not coming to send peace on this earth. He's coming with a sword, man. You know what I'm saying? He's coming to set a man at variance, man, at differences, and I'm paraphrasing, between his family members, man. Right. The man against the father, the woman against the mother, and so on, man. Right. And it says a man's foes is going to be of his own household, man. Meaning what? The troubles is going to be within his own household, man. That's why he's, you know, destroying the household and building up a man to be a righteous man. So what? He can take back his family, man. Right. So they won't have to go into Christianity, man. So they can hearken unto these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. So they can understand that what? That we have our own high holy days, man. Okay. And that we're not supposed to celebrate our damn birthdays, man. The hell you 47 celebrate your damn birthday for, man? You got a damn pin on, oh, hey, everybody, it's my birthday. I'm collecting ones. Get your dumb ass out of here, man. You're just dumb, man. And it hurts for me to say that, but just think about it, man. They are dumb. Right. Shalaki, I love them to death. Love our brothers and sisters to death, man. But once they get all wrapped into that Christianity, good night. Now, let's not talk about the holy water. Oh, good night, man. Let's not talk about that. What's that cloth that you put it on and, you know, all the bills just gonna magically go away? Prayer cloth. The prayer cloth. You understand? You know what I'm saying? With those infomercials and, you know, Grandma Bertha, you know what I'm saying? She's standing up at 4:00 in the morning waiting for the infomercial to come on. Good night, man. Think about how just, once again, how dumb it is, and once again, how brainwashing it is to our people, man. Right. As a whole, man. You got grandma, you know, and you got auntie just sitting up there just waiting for that infomercial to come on with the credit card out and waiting for that thing to come out. Talking about it's quote-unquote free, but you got to make a substantial donation for $50 for Pastor such and such, man.
Good day.
Come on, man. Those infomercials are just disgusting, man. And they stupid, man. And it's dumb. You understand? And it's destroying our people, man. So what's the best thing for us to do, man? Any chance you get, man. Share this truth with your brothers and sisters, man. Every truth that you get, man. Because, of course, we all understand that what? The Most High saw fit for us to be a part of this righteous thing that we have going on. And when I mean thing, I mean the kingdom of heaven.
Yes, sir.
So why not give it to your brothers and sisters, man?
That's right.
Why will you allow them to get deceived by a filthy, disgusting, money-hungry Christian pastor that all they want is their money and just throw them to the side? Think about it, man. Christian pastor. Got your money? I'm done with you. You just won a lottery? Oh, I need half of that. I'm done with you now.
Right.
Think about that, man. And I don't mean to throw our stuff around like that, but I'm just using that as an example, man. This is, righteous that we have all this stuff up here, man.
Right.
I'm just using that as an example, man. I don't want to, destroy the Most High's items, man, that we use to benefit ourselves, man.
Yes, sir. You
understand? But it just makes me angry that it's come to the point, man, that we don't love one another, man. That we truly don't love one another, man. And I'm not saying, go out and, be, flamboyant with the truth. Oh, man, do it subtle, man. Come to class, check in, be available for camp, ask questions, invite people, man. It's that simple, man. Because we are available.
Yes, sir.
You understand? We have righteous leadership within this truth, do we not?
Yes, sir. Come on.
You understand? From the generals on down.
Come on.
So why not take advantage of it, man? And why not give it to your brothers and sisters, man? Because if not, you're showing what type of person you are, man. Why would you just want to hold this truth to yourself and not give it to the world that needs it? When I mean world, I'm talking about the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians world, man.
Come on,
because we're in what? We're in hell.
That's right.
Why? Someone stay with me, man. Why are we in hell, man?
Because it's like it, sir, because right now our people are of their father, the devil.
You understand? And the only way to gain our righteous authority back is if we do what, man? We come back to our law, statutes, and commandments and build up this kingdom, man. You understand? Build up this kingdom, man. You understand? Do your part within building your brothers and sisters up, man. You may not be building them personally. You may just have to just push them in the truth, and that's it. You understand? And let that, let that person that has that right authority and has that right tutelage and leadership lead them, man. You did your part. You got them in here, man. Let us, what was it? Perfect their brains. Let us perfect their brains, man, because they need it, man. Because according to Christianity, they're going to deceive them, man.
Yes, sir.
They're going to leave them and, do whatever they want to do with them, man. Why? Because that's what America wants, man.
Right.
You understand? That's what the Roman Catholic Church wants them to do, man. You understand? That's trickling all the way down to that black community, man. And it breaks my heart. It hurts my heart every time that I see a Christian church get another quote-unquote Christian, man. Right. And when I mean Christian, I'm talking about the American Christian. You understand? The Americanized Christian, man. Sure. You understand? Because they don't give a damn about us, man. They don't give a damn about black people, man. How could they, man? How could they? You're taking this Bible, which is the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians Constitution, and you're whitewashing it, man. Right. You understand? You're whitewashing it to the point where black people, they look at it and they look at, oh man, this is a white man's book. And all throughout the Bible, man, it talks about nothing but what? Color. The laws are not done away with. God is a racist. You understand? There's a law of brotherhood and sisterhood, man. Everything, man, that is beneficial to the black community, man. So give a damn about your people, man. With that, pass back over to Precinct Officer Sharp, man.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. A rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak
to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will court each other. So like a brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You will find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means a tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashara. Tenth of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest funds. Free will offering for the priest. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. It's on September the 6th on the Monday, 2021. You'll find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. Slakia. Remind Akim and Akwakin to check the bulletin board and the hallway. If anyone wants to become a brother in the school, to start wearing all black. That means boots, shirt, pants, and headband. And with that, shalom.